this has been a tough couple of months for white people, girl. What is they gonna be able to do? Absolutely, positively nothing. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? It's time for another Kingarees TV video, honey. I know y'all like, girl, what is this? What's the tea? I already know I have finished moving, honey. It has been a long journey. I am here, I am queer, and I'm still black, or whatever you want to call it, girl. This week, I'm not black, I'm OJ type tease. But y'all already know what time it is, honey. It's time for us to talk about all the things that's been going on for the last couple of weeks. Since I did my last TV video, I think I did it around Thanksgiving, honey. I dropped a little thing for y'all, you know, around Thanksgiving, but it's been a lot going on. We have Matt Lauer has been fired from, what is it, ABC, honey. Good Morning America. He will no longer be there. Every week it seems to be some type of political thing with Trump. We got the new tax reform bill that was passed overnight, honey. We didn't know nothing about that. We've not seen too many details. Just a lot to get into it, so let's go get into the topics. You already know me and Adrian have released a new episode of For the Culture Podcast, honey. It is up on fortheculturepodcast.com, honey. A lot of things going on, a lot of things about to change. Got a new year, new content, new me type of tease, honey. Get ready because 2018 is going to be bigger, better than ever. Greg, sometimes I get scared even saying it because I feel like, girl, you said this shit last year and your ass was homeless for a couple of months. So, girl, what's tea?
Girl, bottom line is we're dealing with facts.
As you all know, Atlanta has a new mayor. Miss Keisha Lance Bottoms has won, and what's her name? Miss Mary Norwood, girl, no kin to Brandon Norwood, is pissed. She's asking for a recount because the percentage of her losing is like 1%. Girl, it does not matter. You lost 6, it's over with. But I can understand her wanting to do a recount. I think it's not uncommon for something like this, for this close, like, girl, we need to do a recount. But Keisha Lance Bottoms has won. She will be our 60th mayor in Atlanta, Georgia. I was not able to vote in this election because I was not in the district, but I am this week. Possibly, I'm gonna have to change a lot of stuff, girl. But I'm so glad to be in a better environment, a better creative space. As you all can tell, some folks say, girl, you look like you lost some weight. I probably have. I left that trash apartment, child. That was so much garbage. But I'm in a better, positive space. I feel creative. I feel like I just want to be able to do some things and make it just make it sickening. So you all know that white men everywhere have been accused of misconduct. Girl, you got Senator Franken is going through his situation where he's been accused. I think up to 7 women have accused him of groping or some form of sexual assault or sexual misconduct. This is the thing we're in 2017. Like, this is it. Like, this is a change of period. Like, this is, I don't know, you call it not the Renaissance, but something where, like, this is being shaken up. Women have been saying this for the longest. They have been saying this, and nothing has been done about it. We even have, Ted Kennedy. We have Bill Clinton. You got Democratic politicians that have been accused of things, and it's just we're trying to do better. Y'all know Judge Moore in Alabama is trying to win this Senate race, and it's tight. It is tight. You all know he's been accused of sexual misconduct and sexual assault and pedophilia too, I think. Like, girl, it's a lot, but the Republicans are standing behind him. They supporting him. And Donald Trump has came and said, girl, he believed him. A lot of women have accused him of trying to talk to them or, doing inappropriate things when they were younger. But it just goes to show you the time that we live in. Like, men have been treating women as if they're toys, as if they're like just inanimate objects, like they don't have anything. And we can go and talk about this. We're even talking about like how Donald Trump talked about how he can do things and get away with it because he's a celebrity. And that's what we're learning. Like, these people that have been accused, they're able to get away with it because who's going to check them? Who's going to say something to them? Because, like, girl, this person's an icon. Like, we can't afford to lose this person. So the Democrats are trying to do this zero tolerance type of situations, but it's just like, girl, it might be a little bit too late. It is a political move on the Democrats because they can just easily say we're the party of zero tolerance, even though y'all had fucking Bill Clinton ass, girl. But the Republicans are supporting a person who's been accused. And let's just like, what can we say? Because these crimes and stuff that were, allegedly committed happened years and years ago. So what I don't even think they can even do anything about it. And they said the Senate can open up a inquiry and an investigation, but that's not going to go anywhere. That's just not going to do anything. That's just Republicans saying, oh girl, we're going to look into it, but y'all not going to get into it. Y'all not going to look into it because y'all don't care. But I think it's smart on the Democrats to do this. I feel like we have to play how we have to play because it's just like they're not playing fair, and it's difficult to say that, but like we cannot. I don't know. It's so difficult to say. When I think about that, can we win doing what they're doing? Can we do that? I just don't think it's possible. I don't. So I think this is a smart move on the Democrats to be like, look, sis, this is we ain't supporting that. Y'all supporting it. And Al Franken is going to be a person who's going to suffer from that. Well, he's did other things to make women suffer. So girl, just bye bitch, hi bitch. Okay. 30 Democrats have came out and said, girl, he needs to step down. So I'm pretty sure tomorrow Al Franken will be stepping down as a senator. Girl, we're gonna see how that goes. And you also have Matt Lauer. I was a little shocked, but the stories of him saying him giving women dildos and sexual toys and wanting to hear about their sexual activities and things. That was just that's a little too much. And me and Adrian talked about this in full for the Culture Podcast, and we also talked about how do you like when you're in a situation like that, how do you tell someone no, like stop? How do you? And I had to think about, has there ever been a time that I have felt pressured to have sex or do something with a person I'm not, interested in, or I don't see them that way, and I felt like I had to do it to make it because this person is almost a gateway or some shit. And I was like, yeah, I have been put in that situation before, and I really didn't think about it because I just, almost in the mindset of like, oh girl, it's just stuff just happens. But it was unnecessary. But I've always felt if a person tells me no, I never want to pressure anyone in having sex. And I had a conversation with my father, and we were talking about all the stuff that's been going on, and he was just saying it's going to get to the point probably you're not going to be able to, compliment someone or compliment anyone. It's like, why should you? I don't think it's just necessary for you to do that. And just be careful in how you choose your words. It's just not, it's being aware. I just think it's not being careful. It's just being aware, like awareness of knowing, like, hey, I'm not gonna sit here and do that because you have other men who will, say, oh, well, it's just a kind gesture. Like, I'm just complimenting you. You're thinking too hard. Like, you're too sensitive. That type of talk. There's a campaign now that's saying, believe women. And, some people are saying, well, do we believe women all the time? Or are they 100%? And according to studies and stuff, like women coming forward and, accusing someone of sexual assault or sexual misconduct, 96% of the time it's true. And only like 2 or 3%, are lies. And I think people do a good job of investigating, making sure that this claim is true and that this happened. Someone went to the New York Times and tried to accuse a politician of sexual misconduct. I think they said the Republicans were trying to do that, and it didn't go like the person, the New York Times or whoever. I can't think of that. I can't think of who it was, the New York Times or whoever it was. And the person, they didn't believe it. They said, girl, we can't tell if this is true. This doesn't sound right. It sounds like a bunch of bullshit. And they dismissed it. So I think people try to do a good job investigating, making sure it's real. But I think we need to believe women because there's been a time where we automatically don't believe it. And we believe, no, you wanted it, or no, girl, that ain't what it is. I think we're getting to this time where we just believe women first instead of just discrediting them. I think that's what's important. I said, when we believe women, it's not necessarily every one that comes through, but don't be, oh girl, I don't believe that shit. Oh, I don't believe it. Or we need facts and stuff. Allow the process. But I think a lot of times women have came forward, and there's been times where it's like, girl, we don't believe that shit. And we're changing the times and stuff. But look what we got running the country. We got old ass white men with turtlenecks. So it's just like, it just goes to show you, of course these men ain't gonna believe, because some of these men are the same people out here doing this stuff. That's why we have people in power finally being, girl, getting out. But what does this do when we pull in these folks out? Are we going to, like, is it going to be some other ramification for that? Are we like coming out saying, girl, we're not going to stand for this? So it's a conversation to have. I remember a couple of months ago, I think it was even probably last year, and I asked some of you all, I said, have you ever been in this situation where someone, tried to come onto you sexually, or some unwanted sexual advance, or some sort of sexual advance made towards you and you were not interested in it? And a lot of women said, yeah, they've been in a situation like that. So it was overwhelming, and some of these women were fired, terminated, and lost, their job because they didn't. So it's tragic. So Beyonce came out and presented the Muhammad Ali Legacy Award to Colin Kaepernick, and this was on Sports Illustrated. Sports Illustrated did a whole thing for Colin Kaepernick, and they presented him an award, and Beyonce came out and she said what she had to say, and some of the things she said, I was a little shook. It's been said that the racism is so American that when we protest racism, some assume we're protesting America. So let's be very clear. Child. A lot of folks, some people did not like, they was like, girl, Beyonce, just what is she doing? What is she doing? She's using her voice. She's using her voice. Some people are saying, well, maybe, why is she doing that? Is it trendy? What is this? I think, well, you have to be very careful saying that, because that can lead back, oh, why are these women coming out? What is going on? These people are talking about something real, so what difference does it make if it's not, if it's all of a sudden, if it's a trend or something? It's happening, okay? Somebody said, girl, let me do it. That's the same thing can be said almost with Rosa Parks, saying, girl, I'm done with this. And she was not the first person to say, girl, I'm not giving them no damn seat. I'm not doing that shit. But, she did it, and other folks did it. That's how change happens. We have to be careful when we say things like that, because you're silencing people. Like, you're silencing people and telling them that they should not be doing it. Like, there are a lot of women who do not come forward. And these women are coming forward and saying their truths and telling their truths. So I appreciate it. But Colin Kaepernick has been doing the work. I love everything about his energy, his presence, and he puts his money where his mouth is, and he makes sure that whenever he's doing stuff, he's making sure he's doing it right. Even when outfits he's wearing, where he's donating his money to, it's a conversation, and I love it. Beyonce came out looking thicker than a snicker, looking sickening. I'm still not interested in listening to these new songs and stuff. She has white America feeling some type of way. White America is like, girl, why is she doing all this? Like, she was supposed to be our girl, but that was supposed to be our girl. But no, Beyonce is saying, look, sis, this is what it is. And she's probably always felt like that. But I feel like B is just like everybody else. We're learning. And as we learn, we do better. And shout out to her for doing this shit. I love it. So we got other trash news. Tyrese and his fraudulent stuff. So Tyrese went to the Rickey Smiley Show. And during this interview on the Rickey Smiley Show, Tyrese said that his ex-wife, the marriage was a fraud. He married her so she can be able to come to the US and be a citizen, this and that. Tyrese has something to say every week. I'm so sick of his Jasmine Masters want to be ass. Tyrese is doing the ultimate much, and I'm getting tired of talking about him every week. Matter of fact, girl, Tyrese, what's your tea like? Tyrese, what's your tea, sis? I just want to know, what's going on? Now, he said that, his medication was off. That's why he was acting the way he was doing. That's why he was being irate. But I don't know, Tyrese. I just want you to sit down and shut up. The Rock is supposed to be getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Girl, Tyrese is going to have a meltdown. It's just too much going on. Tyrese, every week, it seems like every week he's on Instagram. So when he said that, on Rickey Smiley, he took to Instagram and he said, oh, this is what I meant, this is that. Girl, you said what you had to say, and what you said was not no bullshit, but what you did was a bunch of bullshit. But Tyrese doesn't surprise me at all. This is a man who was, earlier this year, thinking he was a god gift to women, and that women need to stop wearing weaves, and that women's only job on earth was to find a man. And they're bitter. It's like he was just saying a whole bunch of stupid shit. So, Tyrese, just shut up.
Shut up! Shut up!
Just shut up, sis. Just be quiet. So, not too much stuff happened. It was just like a lot of political shit going on. We're getting ready for Christmas. Christmas is coming up. I just talk about myself a little bit. What do I have going on? Don't have anything. Well, yes, I do. Girl, I got a couple of things I'm working on with the website. I'm revamping it. If you're interested in being a contributor, make sure you're emailing me. I'm just trying to start off 2018 before it gets here. And I'm not normally one of those folks who be, what they be saying, new year, new me. I'm normally not one of those people, but I really am interested in changing things, because I felt like 2017 was such a trying year for me. Like, I thought, oh girl, things are getting better, and things change. So it reminded me to not get complacent and not, put all your eggs in one basket. And I think I was doing it a little bit, and I suffered from that tremendously. My credit suffered from that. Shit, my shit dropped 50 damn points. Credit Karma was tapping on my damn screen, said, girl, you need to wake up.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up out of your sleep.
Girl, they was letting me know, sis, you need to be out here paying these bills, but I had maxed all my credit cards out and I just didn't have the extra finances to do these things, so I had to do what I had to do. And I think a lot of us, you know, do that, like rob Peter to pay Paul. That's my favorite thing that my father always says. I had to rob Peter to pay Paul, and it makes sense because I was doing that shit. I had called today because I had made a payment arrangement. Payment arrangement was the main focus of For the Culture podcast. I asked, how many payment arrangements have you made this month? And people were just tickled by that because it's the truth. So I made a payment arrangement with Georgia Power, and it was like for like $60. I said, girl, I'm not gonna pay this. I pay that shit next month. I just gonna pay it next month. So I, you know, called them to pay it today because I disconnected my services at the old place, and it wouldn't let me pay me. It said, you got a $0 balance. And I was just like, girl, what's the tea? And I said, girl, them hoes and sent my shit to collectors. So I called them and I said, girl, what's the tea? What's going on? They said, oh, Mr. James, you have $150. You have $100 and something credit on your account. And I said, oh, okay. So, you know, that paid the old bill and this current bill. So you're good. We got a check for you for $20. I said, oh, okay. I appreciate that. I said, girl, I had to make sure everything was right before y'all just cut my shit off, girl. Before y'all, what's the tea? I had to make sure. But you know, I was glad. So I got a $20 check. Maybe I can go get some oysters with that money. What other things For the Culture podcast will be changed? We have a lot of things to introduce to you all. This coming January, I have a meeting coming up today. Talking to one of my good friends about some work doing with the community. So a lot of things that I'm trying to do in 2018 and starting up at the end of 2017. So I'll be rooting for myself, rooting for you, and rooting for everybody black. I appreciate you all support in 2017. I know y'all are hungry for Struggle Place Part 2 that is coming soon. Y'all know I've been busy trying to get stuff. You see, I barely got no sheets on my bed. I got a couple of sheets and stuff. These are brand new sheets. I got them from Tyrese. But girl, Miss Pillows are expensive, and the ones I want like $15. So I have to take it in bits and time. I was like, okay, girl, we'll get that next pay period, but I'm not gonna spend no $300. I got to give me another comforter set because this clearly is a king size bed, and my previous one was a queen size bed. Like I told y'all on For the Culture podcast, honey, make sure that you're checking your finances. Make sure some stuff that you hold on that you don't need, you let that shit go, okay? Lease to own is not the way to go in most cases. Let that shit go. Move on down the road. Get your business and just work on something else, girl. Because I had to tell them folks in my house, I said, girl, y'all come get this furniture. I ain't paying that bullshit. I ain't paying that. So sometimes you got to be like, look, sis, I'm not paying it. I can't afford it. Tell these folks you can't afford it. What you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do? Girl, listen. Tiny, you better tell them, honey, what your, I ain't got nothing to say to you. But tell me what y'all thought about this King of Reed's TV video, honey. I didn't really cover much. I don't feel like I did shit, honestly. But I just want to give y'all an update and let y'all know what's going on in my world. It's your world. Girl, that's my Tom Jordan Morning Show. Bullshit. How many folks remember? How many people actually remember that shit? But let me know what y'all think about this King of Reed's TV video. If there are any other topics you all want me to cover by the end of the week, let me know, honey. I know I still have to do Escape. I still have to do the Escape finale, Struggle Place, and some other reviews that are behind on. Girl, I don't think we're gonna be watching Bring It no more because Bring It ratings are falling. And the views ain't looking cute on my channel for it, so girl, I don't think I'll be spending that much time. But that's all I got. I love y'all. Make sure y'all checking out KingofReeds.com, content for the culture, and I'll talk y'all later on.
You a bad bitch messing with me, bitch, cause I got more people coming behind me, bitch.